You got it. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're literally at 5 minutes now because it's from 7 to 7:15. However, there has been complete technical difficulties these last couple minutes. I guess we weren't really supposed to be on the same time Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be doing this thing. I don't know.
Well,
But
maybe we're not supposed to talk about Kendrick Lamar. We're supposed to talk about Juneteenth. You know,
yes, we are supposed to talk about Juneteenth and happy Juneteenth to you, by the
happy
way.
Juneteenth.
So
Yeah.
it's a pleasure, AK Tony. I appreciate you for coming on to the interlude. Um, I'm gonna make this quick because I want to get it started. So, you're a poet, you're an educator, you grew up around Leimert Park, so you're around a lot of artists. You got style. I've listened to a few of your things that you have actually put out there, and I really just want to get started. And
Well, I
you're also a
appreciate you.
storyteller. So, and there's an African word for being a storyteller.
Grill.
Yes. And
Yes.
go ahead. I know you want to say something.
Oh no, I just wanted to say thank you for having me. I saw your last show. I saw a playback of with you and Yawo, and he was talking, and it was really great. I really enjoyed the. It's a pleasure always being around Yawo. Yawo was talking about beatboxing, and everybody would be in the
Hmm.
cipher freestyling. Well, I was one of those people freestyling.
What?
Freestyling poetry while he was doing the beatboxing in Leimert.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So y'all was doing
Uh,
y'all thing out here when they was doing their thing in the Bronx?
somewhat something like that. I mean, it got so that I would bring a little cassette recorder, and I still have some tapes of me and Yao while he was beatboxing and I was freestyling poetry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yao kind of hit me into the idea of playing percussion while I do poetry.
Okay.
And I had never ever seen him do it at the same time by playing,
Mm.
playing and doing his poetry. So
That was dope. That was real dope. I'm telling you. I know you
yeah,
watched it. So
yeah.
maybe I can get you both on here at the same time so y'all can reminisce a little bit.
Oh, man, me and y'all, we go so far. We go way back, and in fact, I'm gonna show you how far we go way back. Before I met my wife went to Markham Middle School with him.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so me and Yawa, we we go. Oh man, we on the black hand side.
Right.
But I can
So
tell you this much. I can tell you this much. I will tell you this much, and
mhm,
nobody will tell you this, but I will tell you this, and it's a true fact, true story. Since you love stories so much,
I do.
I am the first poet of our generation, Yao's generation, when Fifth Street Dix was existent. I'm the first poet to step foot over in Leimert of my generation at that time. So
Nice.
before Yao came, before a lot of poets, even before Fifth Street Dix was there,
Mhm.
I had visited the world stage, and afterwards I went to Fifth Street Dix after it opened.
Okay.
A few months after the riots, because it opened up in 1992 during the first 3 days of the riots.
That was a rough moment in time for
Right.
sure. So I really want to get it started because we got 15 minutes and we actually have less than that now just because we kind of started a little late. But I do appreciate everybody that's on. Welcome to the Interlude. I'm your host, Z Singleton, and I got with me right now poet, spoken word artist, AK. AK, you ready? AK Tony. I apologize.
Well,
You ready?
I could do a little something something, or I could play the single.
Let's go ahead and have you do a little something something
Okay, then
and
we can
then
do
we
that. We
can
can do
and
that.
okay.
I got you. Don't worry.
All right.
I got you. Hopefully it's not a little rusty, but it's real short and sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. M time receiver, M grief believer, M grill believer, M script conceiver, M scroll retriever, M soul retriever, M is old as ether, huh? M time receiver, M script conceiver, M scroll retriever, M soul believer, M grill believer, M soul retriever, M is old as ether. What? I'm a man of much needed time. Can't fall behind with the too late sign. Too much need, so many souls bleed. Stay for instance, if I make you feel good, baby, bubble like you wish you would. If you can't, you could. If you don't, you should. Like a popping hot toddy, warms up the body, elixir for the potty, make you feel lottie-dotty, jump out the idle ID. Can't you see? Inner self, be free. Soul transparency with remedy of me. Powered by the soul, something ancient and old, something that you didn't even ever know. Powered by the soul, something ancient and old, something that you didn't even ever know. Grill makes you feel good. Grill make you feel good. Do it make you feel good. Don't it make you feel good like you know you should? M time receiver, M grief reliever, M script receiver, M scroll retriever, M soul retriever, M is old as ether. What? M time receiver, M grill believer, M script conceiver, M scroll retriever, M soul retriever, M is old as ether, huh? Good grill, joy jolly. Good grill, joy jolly. Good grill, joy jolly. Good grill, joy jolly.
Hey, that's what's up. That was fire. So I know you said like you were inspired through the MERD. What is something else that inspired you to just begin to write and to want to actually share that with the youth that we have today?
Well, one of the things that somebody said, "Hi, Mr. Aaron, how you doing, mate?" That's one of my students. They call me Mr. Aaron.
Okay. Okay.
But the thing that inspired me in Lamert was Kamal Daoud. When I came up into the world stage, and it was the first time I had stepped foot over in Lamert. And when I came to the world stage, at the time, Kamal was doing a reading with a poet who very much influenced me, and I had brought an anthology for him to sign, and his name is Kalamu Yasalam. And Kalamu Yasalam is the reason why I call myself Neo Griot. Neo Griot means the new African storyteller. So in order to be the new African storyteller, we must produce our own books. We must make our own records. We must make our own videos and sounds from, you know, from that music and that poem, and make a story, a film, a short film of that. So, long story short, Kamal, one of the founders of the world stage, along with Billy Higgins, the most decorated and most recorded jazz drummer in the history of jazz, founded the world stage, and they opened that up as for people to deal with print, sound, and light, and perform and be able to express themselves. So if you don't know anything about the world stage and Kamal was one of the youngest members of the Watts Writers Workshop from 1965, which was burned down during the Watts riots. But also the Watts Prophets were a part of that too.
Okay. Well, I don't know about the Watts Prophets.
The Watts Prophets were part of the workshop at the time, but they stopped becoming part of the workshop because of the way things were workshopped. So what you saw is people in a workshop ready to do print. And then what you saw with the Watts Prophets is they wanted to put everything out on record. So that's why they're the godfathers of rap. And I sort of follow in that footstep. because of the music.
Okay. So do you have another one to share with us? Because we're all about your talent, and or do you want to go ahead and share your new single
Well,
that you have for Juneteenth?
I would rather go out with that because that's what we were talking about. And I'm going to play that for you. Hopefully, you won't have too much feedback, but you should be able to hear it. You ready for it?
I'm ready for it. Do your
All
thing.
right, then. We were wrong, we were right, because the information was not applied in sight. Need no reparation. It was our improvisation, innovation that built this great nation. And what a question about my hue. This is deeper than genetics clue about the origin of who. Which came first, the skin or the curse? Savage is an individual cover, no matter what color, some way or another. We all become the other. And what a slavery. And what a slavery. And what a slavery. When did blue become so sad? To a Jesus up in sky, like people that can fly, to cross transatlantic dive, to a feeling with pride, so much, too much to describe. Why is yellow such a coward? Sun up, sun down, get up with frown. Sound of crackling, sizzling on your back. Rays of sweat glistening in a burning contact. Whip in charge. I know we don't have that much time, so
Right. So I heard it earlier, and man, it's fire. So where can people find you? Where can they find your the new release?
I'm going to put that in the comments right now, so people can understand. You can go to aktony.bandcamp.com.
Okay. And then they can also find you on IG too, correct?
Yes, they can find me on IG at NeoGrill1. They can also go to aktony.com. So I'm always doing something, always trying to get something done. I have a show that I'm doing on the 29th of this month. It will be posted later on today, so people will know it, and that's at NeoGrill1. So people can find me there, and they can see that show. It's a free show. Usually, most of my shows are free, you know, so people can come. I try to make it. Of course, we all have to make a living. I make a living off of this. But I also try to make it convenient and accessible for all so they can come see me. And if possible, buy some product, you know, buy a record.
Right.
I'm asking people to go out there and support this message about Juneteenth. And basically, the song is about, you know, how we continue to perpetuate slavery just by the uses of our cell phone.
Right. Well, I wish we can continue to go on about it. We just literally we are at the 15 mark, and I think that you could throw a lot of knowledge out right now. So maybe one day you'll be able to come back and join me, like we talked about a little bit earlier.
Wait, y'all, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Z, thank you.
Thank
for having me.
you. And I apologize again
Oh,
for
don't.
the
You know what? That's what
the
I said.
whole line thing messing
It's
up.
just technology. It's just
Hmm.
technology. I don't trip about it. You know.
Right.
Um, the whole thing is, if it wasn't for technology, we wouldn't be able to say these messages, and you wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to have this conversation.
Right.
And so I thank the black man that created the cell phone. If you didn't know, Henry T. Sampson.
Yeah.
He created the battery to make this thing work. So
Thank you. But appreciate it. Though, you gotta go searching for that information.
hey,
So
we all
I
about that.
appreciate I appreciate educators like you who give us the knowledge that we need through your words. It's amazing. And I hope that again we do get back together and I can be able to support you one day. I have to go. You have to go. Our watchers have to go. Thank you for all that came and watched the interlude. Again, I apologize to those that were on earlier and then things just kind of got a little bit messed up. So until next Wednesday, open up your mind, open up your hearts, give yourself love, give somebody else love, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, AK.
Thank you.